If you believe most of the images of black women you see in movies and on television, or the words you hear used to describe sisters in music, you get the impression that they are mean, spiteful, crazy, out of control, always at each other's throats, and only interested in shaking their butts and servicing their men and getting in their pockets. No, seriously, that's pretty much what it comes down to. But we have some women here that challenge those images. They are actresses Robinne Lee.
Hi.
Hey, Robin. Atkins.
Hi.
Noree Victoria.
Hello.
From the Ricky Smiley Show on TV One.
Hi.
Go ahead and pop that in. And of course, Jackée. What's happening?
That's all I get is, of course, Jackée.
No, first of all, you're the only one with one name. I mean, think about it. Everybody else got last names. You just Jackée. So how you want more? That's all you got is one name. All right, let's talk about, we on this show, we talk a lot about images and what we look like and what we sound like. And for you, when you're watching television, when you're watching movies, are you sitting there going, I can't believe I'm looking at this nonsense on what I'm seeing right here?
It depends on what we're watching, but oftentimes, yeah, I'm kind of horrified. I was in the dressing room, this was about 2 years ago, I'm in the dressing room of Are We There Yet? And the makeup artists are watching a clip of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was the clip where, they get into a fight and somebody hit, and I was like, why are you watching this? Like, aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you just horrified by the fact that these are grown women, not just grown women, but grown women with children, and this is the image and this is the behavior that we're seeing, and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
But I'm gonna keep watching.
You don't have a choice but to think about it like that. And it's really disappointing because there are young girls coming up and they're watching this, and this is how they're learning to solve their problems.
Right, these become their role models.
Exactly. When they're in the cafeteria, when they're in the classroom, when they're on the school bus. And that's horrifying to me because it's like, what are they doing? What are they learning? And I feel like kids that are born in the 2000s, unfortunately, they have a very limited perspective of seeing us interact. We've had 227 and we've had The Cosby Show and A Different World and shows like that.
Right.
And now we have shows where we're throwing drinks in each other's faces.
I mean, I think you get a lot of that in those reality shows, like all the housewife shows. I try to.
I disagree with all
because,
of you.
I think they dramatize. They want the ratings.
Women in general, white, Hispanic, we all come off like we're aggressive and spitfire, and nobody has that serial killer tone like Hillary had the other day. When she was forthright, she was strong. No, but she wasn't loud. She just laid down the law without being all of that in your face. That's what I read. But we're not all in your face.
But here's the deal. I'll think about your character from 227. To me, I don't have a problem with over the top when we know it's fiction.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between over the top and just flat out crazy.
Right.
That's what drives me nuts.
Right.
And so even I, as a man, I have 9 nieces, and I'm sitting there going, trust me, act like that, see what happens.
Right. Michelle Obama does not act like that at home with those kids. It's slow, quiet tones. Okay, this is what I want you to do, baby. Go in the bathroom, brush your teeth. It's not, go in the bathroom, you brush your teeth, and if you don't do it, I'll be back out. No.
Well, actually, Michelle's mama, Mrs. Robinson, she don't even say that. She just do a look like.
The one look, right, we had it.
Right. But did you see the look Michelle gave Malia when she pulled out her cell phone during the inauguration parade? I saw that.
And that was enough. She was like, okay.
She's like, yeah, there won't be any pictures. Got you, all right?
And it's a different generation saying, Essence just had a baby, and this is a younger, and they're all saying the same thing. They don't like seeing it.
Right.
And nobody talks about it.
But
I don't like it
I guess what jumps out, and I was on CNN, we had a couple of mob wives on, and trust me, my whole expression said, y'all know I don't watch this show. And one of the women said it. She said, look, our ratings go up when there's more fighting and more drama.
Right.
And so for African Americans, we are gravitating to this stuff. And for me, it's crazy. That's why, look, and I know all y'all appreciate this, I'm a huge fan of scripted shows. I'm trying to get all y'all jobs.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
I don't want to see somebody...
Well, all of us have jobs here, thank you. First,
No.
She in the movie, the hard
I'm trying to give you more jobs. But I'm just saying that there's appreciation of scripted.
Here's the thing that is a misnomer, is that people believe that this is somehow reality. It's not. All of these situations are crafted, they're designed. designed,
contrived,
they're
and
contrived.
manipulated.
Yeah, nothing about these are authentically reality, these people's lives. I mean, they pick personalities that they know are going to be contentious and that are going to have these kind of explosive moments.
Right.
And then they manipulate the situations to create those scenarios where that occurs.
Like I had a girlfriend who was on Football Wives, and her show was canceled because there wasn't enough drama. And the producers kept saying, we need more
said
drama.
the same
We
thing.
need
He
more
said
drama.
his family show, not a drama.
We don't fight like that at home. We don't, you know.
Give me an example for each one of you where someone wanted you to do something and you instantly thought about, my mama might be watching, my family might be watching, my kid might be watching. No, I can't do that. I'm just not going to cross that line.
Yeah, I had to drop the F-bomb in a movie, and I'd never dropped the F-bomb anywhere. And they asked me, is it okay? I said, yeah, it's time. But out of how many years? And you went all the way back there, too. No, which I'm proud of, but Lord, but I've never dropped the F-bomb, and I had to think about it. But y'all
so
know,
it was conscious for you?
Yes, and I'm sure these young ladies, they have images you have to protect, and you have to protect them for years. Don't just speak. They know, don't start now. Think about your trajectory.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, Haunted House, I read the script and I loved most of what was in there, but there was one moment where I really objected to the material, and it was the moment where we're spoofing The Exorcist. And, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to pitch something else. And so I pitched that instead of like messing around with the cross, with a crucifix, I thought it was funnier if I was messing around with a menorah, because it's like, well, how did that even work with a menorah? Like, there's 9 pieces. Like, what? And I thought that was a much funnier moment. Well, the producers put a hard line, and they said, this is what we want to do, this is the reason, and, you know, we need you to do it. And it was a tough decision for me, because as a Christian, I wasn't really comfortable, but at the same time, I recognized that when I've been hired to play a character, it's not my morality and my sensibilities.
Child, I said Essence in this movie. When I was like, look at Essence, child. I've never seen you act like that, but I like it. It's a good. My son said I've never seen her that outrageous.
Easy,
You're always so cool and calm, because she's a singer. You know, not that we. You know.
But personally, she's outrageous. I follow her on Twitter. Noree?
What's true is that we are in service to a story. We're not in service to ourselves. But for me personally, I always have this thing on my shoulder, what would my daddy say if he saw this? So there are things where, and plus the internet is a time capsule now.
Oh, yeah.
Everything you do will be around. So it's like future mothers, wives, like, you have to turn down. You can't turn it up all the time, because that's going to be there forever and ever.
It's like
and
The
ever.
Help. I'm still not over the movie The Help, but I love the book. But the movie, I'm still mad. I just don't like seeing it. It's like Django Unchained. One more N-word, I was out of there, Roland. I was getting ready to turn it out.
No, it's true. I remember reading the script for Django Unchained and thinking, goodness, there's a lot of usage of the N-word in here. And there's a lot of nudity.
I didn't hear a lot of the K-word in Inglourious Bastards. But go right ahead.
All right.
There was a ton of gratuitous nudity in the script that I read, and fortunately, Carrie's people were able to tame some of that down, because it was really kind of crazy, like gratuitous.
So when you get these things, I mean, you are
get
consciously
it,
going.
think twice about, I could do it, but this whatever, or my dad could never see this, or I have to pass on this until my father is dead, unfortunately.
That's another panel.
Because you do, you think about things like that. You think about the image. I have 2 young kids now, and you know, my image is going to be out there for them to see years from now, and I kind of want them to be proud of me and to know that I respected myself as an individual, and even as an artist, wanting to take on new roles and understanding that I'm not playing myself, I still have this idea of what I think is savory or palatable for a larger audience.
And her little kids go, Mommy, we see you naked, whatever.
But I just don't want women to be weak. I don't want women to be weak. I'm just sick of us being weak and the victim. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I've never seen Jackée weak or a victim. Never seen that.
Right.
No, except my first marriage.
On that note, it's time for us to go. All right, we appreciate it. Always a pleasure. Robin, Essence, Noree, Jackée, we appreciate it. Thanks a bunch.